You know, the one thing I like about comedy is when comedians tell jokes and make people laugh. But what you don't know is a comedian by the name of Matt Rife, who is a known comedian from making people laugh and telling some racy jokes. And is known for being a flirt with the ladies. And the reason why he has a lot of female fans is because he's hot. Apparently, after the surgery, he became hotter. For me personally, I don't care about his surgery. What I do care about is a comedian, a celebrity, keeping their jobs and not losing their careers and trying not to get canceled over some BS. If y'all don't know what's going on with Matt Rife, he is a known comedian for, like I said, telling jokes, doing his job as a comedian. Comedians are not supposed to have a say, not have a say so, but get into politics or whatever though. Try to make the millennials happy. Try to please the left. Try to please SJWs. So, if you don't know what's been going on, he's been canceled, supposedly, from getting into it with a 6-year-old child. All because some mother on TikTok, who is a social media influencer, doesn't like the fact that a comedian is telling jokes. Apparently, she got mad at one of his jokes, and a lot of people on social media are calling him out on it. What jokes he's talking about? He's telling jokes. I don't get it, man. That's why Hollywood is in a bad place because of SJWs. Comedian Matt Rife allegedly told 6-year-old his mother buys his presents with OnlyFans money in since deleted post. Now, that's a good way of getting back at the mother because we all know 304s don't really know how to take accountability for their own actions. And so apparently them doing OnlyFans is no surprise to me because they think doing OnlyFans is cool. Especially when you have a kid. That's that feminist nonsense in that delusional bubble that they're living in. Quote unquote female empowerment. There is nothing empowering about getting naked online. Selling your body on the internet for money. I guess that's how they say sex sells. Not all the time. I just think it's kind of stupid to me that you clown a comedian from doing his job and yet you want to use your child as a pawn to get back at a comedian as an adult. Sometimes mothers shouldn't be having kids. That's all I'm going to say. Comedian Matt Rife is facing backlash on social media after allegedly telling a 6-year-old boy that his mother buys his presents with profit from OnlyFans. In the Saturday video that has garnered over 13 million views, TikToker Bunny Hadina claimed Rife has started beef with her child online. Now, first of all, that's your fault, sweetie, because number one, you should have never used your child as a pawn to get back at a comedian, a grown man. Like, if you have a problem with that person, you come to them correctly. You come to them as an adult. Just between you and y'all. Well, just between the two of y'all. But don't ever bring your child into adult situations. Alright, here's my only issue with this part. Using your son to get back at a comedian because whatever reasons. Maybe you shouldn't be having your child on social media. How about that? 304. That's exactly what you are. A 304 that is using your kid to get back at a grown man from doing his job as a comedian from telling jokes. I really don't understand this generation of women right now because I personally blame feminism for corrupting their minds. It's how they're coming out being like this. It's very sickening. I don't think it's being talked about that much. Hadina's son drew Rife's attention after criticizing the comedian's recent Netflix stand-up special, Natural Selection. During the special, Rife said he was tired of women blaming bad decisions on plants they don't even know. You see, I don't see nothing wrong with this joke. That's how they do. They always blame society of how they are. Instead of blaming themselves and taking accountability for their own actions, they would rather just blame society, blame men for the crap they're going through, instead of taking ownership and just learning from their own mistakes. This is pretty funny though. Like, I don't see nothing wrong with it. If you want to be offended, go right ahead. And you know what? Here's the thing. If you don't like his joke, then don't watch. It's just that simple. You can like other comedians. You don't have to like Matt. But don't get mad when he's telling jokes about certain topics that you don't like. That's that beta male stuff, or simps for that matter, crap. Your future is determined by your own thoughts, opinions, and actions. You are in complete control of how your future turns out. Facts. It has nothing to do with stars, man. Just because Jupiter has a ring and you don't, doesn't mean that's what you're supposed to look up to for this magical advice. Woo! I like this. That's his way of getting back at the Karens on social media, crying and complaining about what he said in the special. The same people that got mad at Dave Chappelle's special of telling jokes about the trans community. And you know I've said this 100 times in the past when it comes to like the trans community and the LGBT community, of how certain ones that are gay in the LGBT community, they are telling jokes about that community. You laugh at their jokes, but as soon as a straight person tells a joke about y'all, you get offended. And the same reason why Karens are getting offended by Matt are not really his fans. Real fans actually love his work. I can care less about his surgery. What I care about is him keeping his reputation safe. I feel like this cancel culture has gone way too far, bro. Like, here's the thing. If you don't like what a comedian is telling you, is joking about, then don't watch. It's just that simple. Towards the beginning of his special, Rife told the story of eating at a Baltimore restaurant with a friend when they noticed their female server had a black eye. Ooh, wow. They questioned why the restaurant owners wouldn't have the employee work in the kitchen to avoid customers asking questions. Yeah, but I feel like if she could cook, she wouldn't have a black eye. Okay, that was pretty funny. He then told the crowd the story was testing the waters to see if they were fun. I mean, it's just a joke. I mean, I've seen most people cook food in restaurants with black eyes after they got into like a fight or whatever though, and they still making money, regardless. They don't care if the joke is funny or not, as long as they're continuing to make money. I mean, we got so much crap to worry about what comedians are saying on stage in the special, instead of worrying about ourselves, worrying about what other people are saying about us. That shouldn't have to be like that. Worry about yourself and let them worry about their own careers. They have their lives and we have ours. So I don't see nothing wrong with what he's saying. Everybody wants to cancel a comedian because he told one offensive joke. Y'all think that canceling a person is going to benefit how you feel? It's not going to work. These comedians don't care about your feelings. I figure if we start the show with domestic violence, the rest of the show should be smooth sailing. He added, following online backlash, Rife put out a statement directing social media users to a link offering an apology. If they had ever been offended by a joke he told, the link brought users to a website where they could purchase a special needs helmet. Oh! Like, I think that was the one that really got everybody ticked off. You know, special needs helmet. just to tell them to stop getting offended by jokes just because you're a millennial. This is probably the best get back at the ones that got mad. Hadina's son reacted to an astrology and domestic violence on TikTok. Actually, it's Saturn that has the rings. It has more visible rings. Also, her son said, what is your son doing on social media, first of all? Take him off. For real. Like, you're only coaching him to say these things just to get back at a comedian. All because you didn't like what the comedian said. Boys, well, y'all be using kids as weapons all the time. Like, y'all need to stop that. So there's a video. We're not going to react to it because all these SJWs and Karens, they're just taking it too far, bro. So this is what the comedian said. Jupiter also has a ring. Oh, and Santa isn't real. Your mom buys your presents with the money she makes on OnlyFans. Good luck. Again, I don't see nothing wrong with the joke. Like, number one, first of all, you have no business being on social media. And second of all, it's your mom's fault for allowing you to be on that platform, knowing that if a child can't handle criticism, can't handle a joke, then you shouldn't be having them on social media anyway. If anybody should have a problem with the joke, is the adults, not the kid. In fact, if you are coaching your son to say these things, then you ought to be ashamed of yourself. He did nothing wrong. And if you want to cancel a comedian for basically telling the joke, then you are obviously the problem. Hadina denied Rife's OnlyFans claims and said the comedian cannot accept the fact that people men like women for their personalities. That's cap. You only saying it because we all know that you do OnlyFans. Stop lying to yourself. The ones that do have a personality wouldn't even be doing that stuff like you doing. I just find it ridiculous that you use your son as a pawn to get back at a grown man. It's so stupid. Under her video, many TikTok accounts rushed to her defense. And of course, you know how Karens and simps, beta males, the 304s, always coming to a woman's defense because she's a woman. Under her video, many TikTok accounts rushed to her defense and suggested that Rife could not take a joke. Why is it about him? It's y'all who don't take the jokes. I don't get it. Matt Rife is behaving more like a 6-year-old than an actual 6-year-old. What? So this is what the person wrote. This is all cap. Your son is adorable and you are beautiful. Keep slaying.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
You can't make this stuff up at all. Like, these people on social media and in real life are just living in delusion. He just digs himself deeper. What kind of a man beefs with an internal child? Another account claimed. You know what? Honestly, I don't think they need to say anything. They don't have the answers to these SJWs because he's a comedian doing his job to entertain people. Why should a comedian or a celebrity have to answer to the cancel culture? Why? Was it because what they said? Was it because you're too insecure about the jokes that he made? Or it's because you just don't like the fact that he's a comedian and he's better than y'all? I personally think that the ones that are hating on this comedian are the ones that are jealous. And the ones that use their children as a pawn to get back at adults are the ones that are immature themselves. And I seriously hope that Matt continues to do what he does best. Tell jokes, make people laugh. He shouldn't have to come to his defense. His job is to make people laugh. He was even invited to a video with Jordan Peterson. Shout out to him. And even him and Jordan We're just having a good time talking about the cancel cultures and why everybody gets offended all the time over jokes. And just like what Jordan Peterson does, he don't care what people have to say. Matt Rife doesn't care what people have to say. Y'all need to leave this man alone. In fact, the mother should be taking accountability for using her son as a weapon to start beef with a comedian, a celebrity. All of this is your fault. I'm sorry, but I'm just calling it like it is. If you don't like his jokes, don't watch. If you don't like what he does, don't comment it. Don't even follow him on social media. If you have a problem with the comedian, stop using your kids as weapons. They have nothing to do with it. Yeah, he was on TikTok claiming that Matt was wrong about planets and stuff. He's telling jokes about planets, about women not having rings because of what they do in life. Like, come on, man. Kick your kids off social media. Seriously. Can we just do that? Link to the article will be down below. And link to the article will be down below. What's your thoughts on this, man? Chime in. Let me know.